Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm Damian Hill. With me, as always, is TJ O'Connor. Tonight, we are joined by Joey Hart, who is getting ready to fight Dalton Albritton at LFA 20, going down at Mystic Lake Casino December 10th. Before we get into this interview, we're going to go over our sponsors one more time. Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Strings Tattoo out of New Brighton, Minnesota. James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, The Fighters, and TJ's mom. How are you doing tonight, Joey?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Can't complain.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little rusty, but other than that, I'm doing good.
Hey, you nailed it.
Yeah. Now, I guess let's just jump right into the fight, because this is a fight that me and TJ had, we both got really excited about as soon as we saw the poster, as soon as we heard about it. You're fighting a guy that we've known to been fighting for a long time, but it's not like you don't have just as much depth in your record as he does. And you guys are actually similar in height and similar in length. How did this fight actually come to be, and do you know exactly how exciting this fight actually is for the fans that know who Dalton is and have been following you?
Yeah. So, how it came to be, I mean, I said I wanted to be on the LFA card right when I found out about it. And Cody was possibly going to be on there. I don't think Cody had an opponent yet, and he just told me he was trying to get on there or whatever, or was thinking about getting on there. I'm like, okay, well, let me get on there too. You know, if I'm gonna drive to Mystic Lake and watch him fight, I might as well fight too. And yeah, so I got on that card. But with that opponent, Dalton, yeah, I had already seen him before. I think I fought on the card with him before. And yeah.
Yeah, because you did the kickboxing match on the night he fought Ryan Schaefer. Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I was supposed to fight for the welterweight title, but then my opponent fell out on a day or whatever, day's notice, and I kickboxed instead. But so I've seen him. I wasn't like super, because he was a lightweight. He had fought at 155. I never really looked at him as like I was never like, sizing him up like an opponent. I just kind of looked at him like another guy in the scene. But since getting the fight, yeah, I've looked at his fights. He's fought a lot of good guys. He's fought like Juan Hernandez and whatnot. Yeah, no, he's got a great resume, like good experience.
Yeah, no, he definitely does. And I guess with his you guys being somewhat similar in body frames, how do you think that you two match up? I guess stylistically and frame wise.
Yeah, he's tall. He's like 6'2", I think. Yeah, so I'll be like a tiny bit taller. Not. I won't have like a reach advantage, per se. It'll be pretty close. But I mean, I'm assuming I'll be stronger just with him coming up from 155. And yeah, stylistically, I think it's a really good matchup for me. Like, I think he likes to strike. He doesn't. I don't know that he likes like a firefight. Like, it seems like when guys kind of light him up or like put kind of a little bit of pressure on him, he kind of wants to grapple more than strike. But he will, entertain some striking. He'll come out and throw some strikes or whatever. I just feel like I'm better everywhere, honestly. I feel like he can't take me down. If I want to take him down, I can at any point. And on the feet, I feel like I have the advantage too.
Yeah, this is a great fight, especially on paper. And you kind of mentioned when Damian brought up, with Cody fighting on the card, if you're going to make the drive from Wilbur down to Mystic Lake, you might as well fight as well. But off the last fight, obviously not the ending to the fight that you expected. Was the plan always to try to get one more amateur fight before, obviously looking at taking the next step, or did this just kind of something where you were considering it and it just happened organically?
Yeah, I feel like that last fight was a weird ending. I felt like up until how it went, it was almost like a perfect performance for me. Like, I felt good. I felt strong, fighting a guy. It was obviously I appreciated him stepping up and him being short notice, but he with it being what was it like? It was a catch weight like 185 or whatever. He's like 187, but he was huge, and I felt like he couldn't take me down. He felt strong, but like my technique was too good. So I felt good about that, and so because of that, I was like, if that fight would have ended like by knockout or submission or whatever, just in a better way, I feel like that might have been it for my amateur career. I might have just went pro off that. Maybe one more. I guess it's hard to say now, but yeah, definitely with this one. Yeah, this is it. This is the last amateur fight. I mean, this guy, he's got a lot of experience. He presents some unique challenges. He's tall. He's a southpaw, whatever. So yeah, beating him, and especially not just like barely beating him, like I'm trying to dominate, finish him. After that, yeah, there's nothing left to do as an amateur. Go pro after that.
One of the funny things is about your last fight. I mean, it is unfortunate that it did end the way that it did, for your opponent and for you, because I mean, it's inconclusive. There's no winner, and the injury that he suffered was really unfortunate. But
yeah,
me and TJ were talking. If that was a pro fight, it would have been legal, and you would have won by TKO. Without looking past your opponent at all, it's just one of those things that I'm a little bit interested in. Like, how excited are you when you do finally make that step into the cage as a pro to have 2 more, or I guess 4 more weapons with elbows and knees?
Right, 4 more. Yeah. What's it called? Yeah, no, I'm pumped for that. I mean, I've been just dreaming of that since I started. Like my frame thing is not that I can't, like, obviously elbow wrestlers who want to top control and want to ground and pound, they can elbow me. That's a part of it. But like my frame, if someone's getting kneed in the head, it's probably the other guy, not me. So it's like that favors me for sure. Whether it's the clinch or flying knees or whatever, and then the elbows is huge. That's even more than the knees of the head. I'm more excited for the elbows just because. I mean, yeah, obviously we train them. We practice them at our gym. Like, we do Muay Thai, whatever. We throw elbows. And, yeah, it'll be cool to actually get to use that, cut people open.
Yeah. Now, this is just something that I'm a little bit curious about, too, because it's one of those things where I feel like no matter what happens in the fight, win, lose, or draw, I really don't think there's anything left for you at the amateur level, regardless of how the outcome turns out on Saturday, or next Saturday. Do you still feel like you're going to go pro, no matter the outcome of the fight? And then once you have those more tools, do you feel like if you're just going to go on a nice little run once you have more weapons in your arsenal?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not looking past him or whatever. My opponent that I'm fighting next Friday, but I guess like you said, win, lose, or draw. It's hard to say if I was to lose what would be the move there, but that's not even, to me, that's not even a consideration. Like, I feel like I have this one in the bag. Honestly, I'm not worried at all about that. Go pro after a win, good dominant win, and then like you said, go on a run. I feel like, I don't know the timeline, but I mean, it's December. Obviously it was just Thanksgiving. I'm dieting over Thanksgiving. Oh, that's the other thing. I don't know if I mentioned that it's a catch weight fight. It's a 165, so it's so it's lower than I'm used to. And obviously, like, amateurs, you get that 2-pound allowance, so it's a little more than just, it's like 7 pounds difference, because normally I get 172. I got to be under 165 on the dot, so like 164 point something, So what was I saying? Oh no, so yeah, I've been dieting hard, been working hard, but and dieting over Thanksgiving. So yeah, enjoy Christmas, get fat for a little bit, and then go pro. Well, I don't know what the local cards are coming up in the beginning of the next year, but try to hop on one of those.
That actually raises another question. Once you finally do go pro, if you are comfortable making the 165-pound limit in this fight, the catch weight, would you consider going down to 155 as a professional as you start to get further along in your careers? We see that become a trend for some guys, and then opposite, you see some guys, the further they get in their career, they end up going up a weight class. Is that something that you've flirted with in your mind at all?
Yeah, no, that was the whole thing. Like I told the promoter, I'm like, I want to fight at 70 or 55. And I was thinking just jumping straight to 55, which I'm glad I didn't, because I was trying to put after that last fight, I was trying to like gain some strength and size and muscle for 170, and I was trying to get like as big as I could because I didn't have anything booked or whatever. And or I did have something booked for like 3 weeks after that fight. That whole card fell apart, whatever. So then it was after that I started really just trying to put some size on, and then I was like, maybe I could try 55. They said they mentioned the catch weight thing. I'm like, okay, 65, that'll be pretty easy. See how it goes. And it hasn't, like I said, I've been dieting hard. I haven't been losing crazy weight. Like obviously I'm gonna make weight pretty easily, but to go another 10 pounds, I don't know if I'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was kind of an experiment, 65 is I can do it. 55, I guess we'll have to see after.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This experience.
And also see how I feel. Yeah, on the night.
Yeah.
This experience to test that out. And how has training camp been for this fight? And with that wake up, I mean, obviously you have Cody on the same card, Angel's not long after. How helpful has it been having guys in the gym with you who are also in the process of losing that weight to make it a little bit easier?
Oh yeah, it's good. The weight and just like the mentality of getting ready for a fight, like getting ready to go to war. It's always way better when you got at least one or two people who are in there with you, like in that same kind of mindset. So having Cody on that same card, that's perfect. Having Angels the next week, fighting. So yeah, it's great. And then also we got Thomas Herrera who's fighting. Yeah, he's been training with us for a while now. He's fighting January 15th. Derek Benoit, heavyweight. He's been training with us for a bit now. He's fighting the day after Angel, so that next weekend on the Saturday. So yeah, we got a lot of guys getting ready. It's great. It's you gotta. Like, if I was the only one getting ready, it would kind of suck,
Dude, I love it. It's like what's so great about it is the fact that it sounds like your team is back on a roll and back following the momentum of every fighter's in a camp and everybody's in the gym and everybody's taking fights around the same time. I love that. But what I love even more is that what that means is that the fights are back on and they're back going again, and this just presents more opportunities for you and your teammates. And I guess well, you know what? I'm not gonna ask this question. I had one in my head about it was more on the pro side, like because this opens up so many doors for you and your teammates. But more, I want to make this more about the team in itself. But the fact that you guys all have fights coming up, and I don't think they're all in the same place because I'm pretty sure Angel's fight is out of state. Thomas Herrera's fight is going to be in Austin, Minnesota. You guys are fighting for LFA. And then who knows what's going to happen after that. But I know that there's plenty of more shows opening up. How excited are you for yourself and your team just to have options?
Yeah, no, it's huge. I mean, you can't take it for granted after how 2020 went. Like everyone was out here starving for fights. So I mean, it's nice to just get back to things being normal. Like I said, I kind of did take it for granted before all that stuff happened. Just having, a card every 2-3 months that you could pick and choose. And then during those times, it was like there was no picking or choosing. I just couldn't get a fight. Period. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But then no, it's great. The momentum is big, like you said. The momentum, the whole team gonna get some wins and roll into 2022. I guess Thomas will be after the new year, but everyone's gonna get some wins, keep the momentum going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And like you said, we take it for granted how the opportunities we had, how LFA was here almost, every couple months, and then all of a sudden pandemic hits and you realize this is the first LFA show in Minnesota now in almost 2 years. So getting this opportunity back to the amateurs to show their stock, we talked about it endlessly. This fight, you and Dalton, I feel like this is a pro fight in an amateur setting. You get to dip your feet almost. I mean, what would you say is the one thing you make to make sure that you bring with you on Friday, everything else aside, to make sure that you do get your hand raised in this fight and bring the victory home with you?
That's a good question. The one thing I need to do, I think just, I mean, I've put in the hard work. Like, this has been a really good camp. I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been in, better than any shape I've ever been in. What do I need to do on the night? I guess just have fun, really. Like, I've got the game plan, everything. Be smart, I guess. Stay on my P's and Q's, but really just have fun, do my thing. It's only a 9-minute fight, last 9-minute fight probably that I'll have. So enjoy that quick little fight. Try to, make a lot happen within that 9 minutes.
Yeah. I definitely think I really appreciated your amateur career in a sense because I felt like you did everything right. You built yourself up properly, and then if this is going to be your last amateur fight, it is definitely the right guy to have your last amateur fight on. It's on the right stage, and I think TJ said it best. This is this is a professional fight in an amateur setting. I think both of you guys have been around the game long enough and have enough fights to think like professionals and to go out there and perform like professionals. I cannot wait to see this fight. I'm just excited for it, man. I mean, and then going back to your amateur career and how you just build it up and did how I said, I really do feel like you did everything right. A win. I mean, I don't know. Crap. I had a question there. I think I lost it. I'm just complimenting you, dude. I'm just in appreciation.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. I mean, it feels like you guys have watched my whole amateur career. I've been on the show, throughout all these fights and everything coming up. And yeah, no, it feels good to be like approaching that end to that, I guess, portion of my career. Like, knowing, especially going into the fight, knowing that that's probably going to be it for the amateur career. It's kind of cool. So, okay, one last time, and then we're in the big leagues kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And it's just, you've seen it all, you've done it all, you've been out of state, you've been the hometown guy. And that's what makes the situation right, like Damian said. So one last time for the fans, remind everybody why they need to be there. Unfortunately, the amateur fights are not a part of the Fight Pass broadcast, so you need to be there live to see this fight. And whether you appreciate my opinion or not, you better be there to see this fight. Otherwise, I'm going to be very upset with you. So explain to them why they need to be here, and then be sure to use the time also. Thank any teammates, sponsors, anybody outside the gym that's been there for you leading up to this fight or throughout your amateur career.
All right. Why they need to be there? I mean, just Google both of our records and, you know what I mean? Do the math, add it up. Like, we're two fighters who could be fighting as not like look at just different regional cards and stuff, different pros fighting on cards. I feel like with myself and even with my opponent, like our striking, our skill sets are just as good, better than a lot of the pros that I see. So it's like, you guys are getting that, and that's on the lowest undercard. You know what I mean? That's the beginning of the night is us amateurs putting on this crazy fight. So you got a whole card to look forward to with Cody's pro debut and everything, all the other pro fights going on. But with our fight, yeah, it's going to be a war. 9 minutes of just action, chaos. Hopefully it does go, towards that 9-minute mark. I'd like to get some time in there. And for teammates to thank, so everyone who's fighting, everyone who's training, Cole Seifert, Angel Pacheco, Derek Benoit. I don't want to leave anybody out here. It's hard to remember all the names. Thomas, Cody, everyone, Tyler Spangler helping with wrestling, and everyone I've been getting roles with at jiu-jitsu. And then, I'd like to thank the company I work for, Integrated Recycling Technology, for sponsoring me for this fight. And then my coach, of course, Brock Larson. I think that's it. I'm leaving some people out, I'm sure, but everyone I've trained with, everyone that's been helping me, I appreciate.
Yeah, no, dude, we appreciate you too for being on the show, helping us put these videos out. Like you said, I think we've had you on here quite a few times as an amateur. I'm excited to start having you on as a pro, and I'm excited to be there December 10th at the Mystic Lake Ballroom at the Mystic Lake Casino. If you don't already have tickets, be sure to get them. People watching, like this video, subscribe to Trash Talk with Damian and TJ. again, be sure to reach out to Joey Hart and get a ticket to this fight. You're not going to want to miss it. Like this video again, and you guys have a good one. Oh, yeah. Don't be a hoe.